Of course, it was breaking news last night at 10 and now tonight at 5. It is our top story. 2 Milwaukee police officers trying to recover tonight after being shot, one of them in critical condition, and a 22-year-old man is under arrest. And Milwaukeeans are reacting with shock and anger to yet another outbreak of gun violence, this time targeting the officers who deal with that violence on a daily basis. The officers were responding last night to a report of shots fired near 25th and Garfield. When they got there, shots were fired at them in an alley before they could shoot back. Several hours later, just after 2 in the morning, the suspect was taken into custody. As for the 2 veteran officers, one has non-fatal injuries. The other, as we said, is in critical condition. There are a lot of questions still unanswered, of course, about exactly what happened. And tonight we have a team in place covering several angles for you. And we begin at the scene of this shooting where CBS 58's Ellie Nakamoto-White joins us live. Ellie?
Good evening, Jessup and Natalie. I'm currently standing in the alley where the shooting happened. We are off of 25th and Garfield. Right now, the scene is calm and relatively clear, but around noon earlier today, there were several officers searching around this area of the backyard right next to the alley, searching for evidence that would help them in their investigation. I saw officers using all sorts of tools, including rakes, shovels, even metal detectors to help them find evidence. And we did see one officer find large bullet casings that they then put inside of an evidence envelope. Now, as the officers were wrapping up this afternoon, we also saw dozens of community members who came out to the area and gathered to show support to neighbors who were impacted by last night's shooting. Karen Tyler, the interim director for Milwaukee County's Office of Community Wellness and Safety, tells me that they were handing out free gun locks and free safety pamphlets to both give information and hope.
You hear a lot of discouragement. You hear, wow, Milwaukee, we're going the wrong way right now. But we know violence is preventable, and we are determined to try to bring these numbers down.
I also spoke with several neighbors off camera today who tell me they were shocked by the violence, and they say that something needs to change before others continue getting hurt. Jessup, Natalie?
I think that's the hope for a lot of people. Stop that violence. Ellie, thank you. And of course, a lot of prayers and thoughts are going out for the injured officers tonight, one of whom is still fighting for his life. Dua Israr has been at Frederick Hospital all day, and she joins us live now with an update on how the officers are doing. Dua?
Natalie and Jessup, it's been pretty quiet at Freighter. We haven't seen much police presence today, but we do know that both police officers were brought to this hospital last night after they were shot at. Now, according to the Milwaukee Police Association, both of those officers' status remains relatively unchanged, but we'll get to that in a minute. Take a look at this video from the Department of Transportation from last night. Police vehicles and ambulances were part of the procession that exited the freeway and headed towards Freighter. Shortly after, dozens of MPD officers lined up outside the Freighter Hospital to show their support. According to the Milwaukee Police Department, both officers have more than 6 years of experience. One of the officers is 29 years old, and he remains in the hospital with non-fatal injuries.
I spoke to one of the officers yesterday. He's in good spirits. I was not able to speak to the other officer. They're both, injured. I know that one officer is critically injured, and I know the next 24 hours are going to be crucial for him.
Again, that other officer who remains in critical condition is 32 years old. And again, throughout the entire day, Freighter has been relatively quiet. We haven't seen much police presence, but we'll continue to monitor the situation and give you updates as they're made available. Natalie and Jessup.
Dua Israr live for us tonight at Freighter Hospital. Thank you. And of course, at this point, we don't know a ton of details. All we know so far about the man arrested for the shooting is that he's 22 years old.
As CBS 58's Adam Reif has been working to learn more about the suspect. He is live at the courthouse. And Adam, what can you tell us?
Natalie, Jessup, good afternoon to you. We actually moved over to police headquarters so we could look at some of the arrest records, and we did find out which person was arrested for the attempted homicides. That's the terms upstairs from Milwaukee Police, the attempted homicide of the 2 officers. A 22-year-old man was arrested early this morning. We are not identifying him because at this time, a shade after 5 o'clock, he still has not been formally charged. That is not unexpected. Remember, charges depend on the fate of the officers. offenders. There could be elevated charges if things go south. And so the DA's office, no doubt, is waiting to see what will happen there before they have the most serious charges against this man. But what we do know is that he is in police custody. He has not yet been moved up the road to the county jail, and so he is still in police custody at this time. I looked into his record a little bit. He does have one prior offense. Back in 2021, he was arrested for stealing a car and then running from officers when they tried to arrest him. When the court had him for the 2021 arrest, part of the terms of his conditions were he needed to write an apology letter to the person whose car he stole. And in that letter, he expressed some remorse. Now, again, the arrest shows he has not yet been moved, so he is in police custody, and that could take some time as they are waiting charges. So we'll have more information as it comes, but this 22-year-old man is in custody. We're holding off on his name, and we are waiting for the district attorney's office to formally charge him. Natalie Jessup, back to you.
Adam Reif live for us. Thanks for that new information tonight, Adam. And meanwhile, the Milwaukee Police Association says officer staffing is an ongoing issue, and the officers shot last night were working outside of their own district to fill the need. CBS 58's Jenna Wells is live outside Milwaukee Police District 2 on the city's south side, where those officers typically work. And Jenna, how is the Milwaukee Police Association reacting?
Well, Natalie, MPA President Alex Ayala says he's angry and he's tired. He says 4 Milwaukee police officers have been shot in the line of duty just in the last 5 months, 3 of those in the last 2 weeks, and he believes part of this is due to staffing shortages. He says Milwaukee Police Department is short 200 officers and 50 detectives, and they can't keep up with crime and with gun violence. 2 officers shot last night were from District 2, but helping with a call in District 3 due to staffing. He says it's been hard to recruit and to retain officers, and if staffing will stay short, a wage increase is needed to match the work that they're doing. He says the officers working are exhausted.
The police department is doing the most they can with the resources that they have. I know it's do more with less. I understand that, but we can't do it anymore. If the last 2 weeks have not shown you that 3 officers have gotten shot, I don't know what else is going to show them that we are critically understaffed and that we need change now.
He also expressed concern about what the rest of the summer will bring. He did say right now, though, his focus is on those 2 officers who are still in the hospital. He said incidents like this also take a big mental toll on the entire police department. He stopped here at District 2 to check on the other officers today just to make sure everybody is doing okay. I'll send it back to you, Natalie Jessup.